All right. Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. It is almost 6 a.m. in the morning. Bitcoin is crashing. We're going to take a look at the market. We're going to take a look at BTC down and all that good stuff. We're going to talk about Ethereum. We're going to take a look at waves also, right? Because waves was kind of bullish over the last few days, but we could get a potential breakdown over the next like a few hours and so on, right? If BTC is not looking that great. Okay, so if you're new to our content, guys, don't forget to hit the likes, don't forget to join the public group, link in the description and all that good stuff. Both Discord and Telegram group link in the description. You can also join Sun Crypto Premium to get these macro analysis, short-term analysis, and basically looking to accumulate before the next crypto season and all that good stuff, right? So now let me take a look at the chat room, to see if everything is okay, because BTC once again been wrecking my computer, wrecking my mic, wrecking my USB cord and all that good stuff. So let me know if the sound is good, right, before we talk about all that good stuff, guys. Especially the BTC down, as we said last time, right? So hit the likes, guys. Hit the likes. Hey, what's up, Aldo in the house, man? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Pierce in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. Rob Moonboy in the house. Okay in the house. Rob is saying let's get some good buybacks. Okay, sound is good. Okay, so now we're gonna start off with the BTC down, right? So if you guys remember our last analysis, what we said was like the BTC down right here. So the BTC down token, not BTC down. Okay, so it is a support right here. So we're gonna be looking for first resistance right here, and if we break it, we're gonna be looking for a potential move all the way up to like 8 cents. And that could basically break out to like not $1.15, but 15 cents right here. But resistance right here, it means like BTC might not break like 30K if the BTC down doesn't break the 8 cents resistance right here. So we're gonna need to keep an eye on it. I've been talking about it like since like sucker was right here, the wedge pattern, the push to the upside, after we drop back down to support, I was like, okay, we gotta watch it. Okay, in order for us to break out above 40K, we're gonna need the BTC down to break below this trend line support right here. Okay, once we break below it, that's going to be it. So it is going to be a nice potential move above 40K. But as of now, breaking the resistance level right here, it means like BTC most likely going to be breaking 30K. Okay, and we got a big wick to the upside, and that wick could coincide to BTC hitting like a 27 to a 20, 26, depending on volatility, volume, and all that good stuff, right? We did have a nice bullish divergence right here based on the histogram right there. Price action was making lower lows, histogram was making high highs. So I was like, we just needed to be cautious and basically short these suckers, right, while the BTC down is looking bullish and all that good stuff, right? So now let's take a look at BTC, right? So when we take a look at BTC right now, right, we just hit the just about like 32K, right? So we just hit 32K on the 8 hour. What we were saying on my previous live stream less than 4 hours ago, we were saying like the 8 hour time frame right here, if we basically close engulfingly, it could basically drag the price down low. Okay, but the good thing is like for the bulls, we at support right here. So as long as we can basically trade above like 30K, we can't be too bearish. Okay, we can still consolidate right around like 32K and so on right here, but as long as we do not break it, right, it is still going to be a potential move coming up over the next like a few few hours and so on, right? So keep an eye on BTC 30k. It is still a support area to watch, and the next support level to watch over the next like a few days, if and only if we break below 30k, going to be the 24-25k support. We talked about it on the macro view. That's going to be our monthly 21 EMA and weekly 100 EMA, depending on which time frame you're looking at, right? Some bears going to be calling for 20k, but 20k, it is not a, it is not the right topic right now. It's kind of like, talking about like, 2k when BTC was at, 10k. Okay, we don't want to be focusing on too much, okay, on on anything below 25k unless we hit 25k, right? Something to keep in mind. Doesn't mean we cannot drop below 25k, but it might be too soon to be that bearish and all that good stuff, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on a daily basis. Hey, what's up? Hi, thanks a lot for tuning in. So on the daily basis, one thing I can say on the daily, I know Moonboy is going to be calling for a reversal, Bear is going to be calling for a dump, but one thing we can just have to basically give to the bulls is like MACD right here. It is still positive. We just have to give it to the bulls. Okay, yes, short term, like I'm shorting and all that good stuff, but we just have to understand, right? The MACD, it is still positive. Okay, but if the MACD turns negative, how can it affect the market, right? It could be giving the bears, right, a stronger control to the market. Remember, the entire move right here, it is a bullish pattern, right? Price action is moving sideways. MACD is still positive. It is a bullish pattern. Even though it's like a, dumped from 40k down to 32k, we still been moving like in range, 32, 31k up to basically 40 to 42k. That's it. Nothing has been basically dropping crazily since like when? Since like May 17th, May 19th, right? It is almost over a month. So we just been moving sideways, right? So if the MACD basically loses it right here, we definitely could be giving credit to the bears, saying, hey, you guys, gonna be taking control over the next like a few hours or even few days, depending on volatility, volume, and all that good stuff. They could basically drag the MACD, and that's going to be a bearish sign. Okay, MACD dragging down just to create a bullish divergence like that. That's going to be really bearish, because it means like price action could basically drag down a lot. Okay, remember MACD, it is lagging. So if MACD goes flat, right, it means price action has to go vertical. Do you see what I'm saying? So something to just keep in mind over the next like a few hours, depending how we're going to close the daily time frame right here, could basically impact the future of the next trading range. Okay, so our next trading range, it could be right here, or it could be right there, depending on how we basically get this move to the upside, right? So keep that in mind. Now let's take a look at the 2-day basis. The 2-day time frame right here looks pretty, I would say, pretty bad as of now, but we can basically turn negative, basically till the to daily basis. Okay, till the daily basis flips flips negative, right? So something to keep in mind. If we flip negative right here at the same time while the 2-day basis flipping negative, that could just give us a potential move all the way down to our weekly 100 EMA right there. We just talked about the weekly 100 EMA, just like what we got back then. If we go back to let's go back to Binance. Okay, weekly 100 EMA right there. Okay, we did have a nice support right at the weekly 100 EMA, but if we take a look at it on Binance, if I remember well, not Binance but Bitstamp, the weekly 100 EMA back then was right here. Okay, right there. So that's one of the reasons back last year, right? I think like back in back in 2019, I was saying like the weekly 100 EMA on Bitstamp and the weekly 100 EMA on Binance, it is not the same thing. Okay, so that's why I was so bearish back then, and I was looking for the weekly 100 EMA on Bitstamp, not on Binance. Okay, these little details, can make a big difference, right? So if you take a look at it, that's Binance. Take a look at the weekly 100 EMA right here. Okay, was right around like 7,800, right? And on Bitstamp right here, the weekly 100 EMA was like right there. Okay, so let's see, it was right there. Okay, it was like 6,000. Okay, 6,000. Okay, so what's the big difference right now? Let's take a look at weekly 100 EMA, just about 24,000, right, on Bitstamp. Let's go on Binance. Now it's okay, just about like same thing. Okay, so now they're matching. Okay, that's a good news, right? But if we go back to the weekly 100 EMA analysis, what we're saying is like if the 2-day time frame basically flip bearish, that could send us down to our weekly 100 EMA right there, and we could spend like few more weeks or even few more months on top of it. If not, we're gonna be flipping up to our monthly 21 EMA, which is just about like a 25k right now. Okay, give or take, right, depending on volatility and how low we're gonna be dropping and all that good stuff, right? So that's the next price range we're gonna be looking for if everything basically you know, fails to you know, work for the bulls. We basically, you know, not gonna get the move to the upside, but we're gonna get the move to the downside. Okay, so keep an eye on the monthly 21. We've been talking about it over the last few months and all that good stuff. If we go back and try to back test it, we can see right here, bang. Okay, I talked about it multiple times. Bang. Okay, bang, bang. Okay, broke below it, not even for like a 1 month. Okay, we pump right back up. Okay, so we tend to capitulate below it. As I said, right, I don't think like this move gonna be a capitulation. Even if we capitulate, we might not stay below the monthly 21 EMA for like more than 2 months. You see what I'm saying? Because we tend to move sideways over like, you know, sometime like a 4 or 5 months, depending on volatility and all that good stuff. Right here, right here, right here, right there, right there, right there, right? So we could move sideways in this range over the next like a few months before we basically capitulate below it. And the capitulation could be, you know, could coincide if and only if we're gonna get these type of setups, guys. I'm not saying we will, remember that. Okay, it could coincide to our monthly, not monthly, but weekly 200 MA, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly right here. The weekly 200 MA, it is just about right there, right around like a 13k, 14k. Okay, so that's a macro target, but we're not going to focus too much on the weekly 200 MA because we know we got like, you know, nearly like 0 chance to get to the weekly 200 MA as of now. Okay, because we got a lot of, you know, macro support we got to break you know, below first before we talk about our weekly you know, 200 MA right there. Okay, as you can see right here, the March crash, we dumped down to the weekly you know, 200 MA, right? If you basically paid attention to it, you just buy at the weekly 200 MA. You don't care about what's happening, what's happened after that, right? You can dump below it, but you don't, you know, you don't care about it, right? Right there, back in 2018, right here, we didn't even break it. Okay, if we go back, you know, back in 2015, 2016, right there. Okay, so that these are macro supports, not like daily time frame support and all that good stuff. So it is not even time to be talking about like 13k, 10k and all that good stuff, right? So keep that in mind, right? Just because we below the weekly 21, right, doesn't mean like we're gonna, you know, we're gonna dump. Okay, as we seen like back in you know, back in like 2018, you can see like we've been hugging the weekly 21 EMA for like nearly 6, 7, 8 months, right, before we capitulated down to the you know, 200 MA right here similarly, right? So let's see. All right, let's not be too bearish too soon. Okay, hey, what's up, MF? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Yes, on the 3D, let's take a look at the 3D. So the 3D, on the 3D, on the line chart, let's take a look at it. So 666 is saying, look at the 3D line chart. RSI could be in a bull divergence, right? RSI. Yes, RSI could be in one, but it is, let's see. Yes, it could be in one, right? It could be in one, but since like RSI moves very slow, it doesn't move as fast as the price action. You could even dump all the way down to a, dump all the way down to like 25K, and price action could still, your RSI could still be above the 31. Okay, that's possible. But let's see, we could be in a bullish divergence. That's what I'm saying. I think 30K could be a good support, but 25K at the monthly 21 EMA going to be a great support. Okay, is what I'm saying. So we could break 30K, yes, right? But if we break it, I don't think like we're gonna capitulate all the way down to like a 10K in one go. Okay, I think like we're gonna get a big move coming up after that, right? As we said last time, right, when bits were dropping down to 31, we said clearly 31K. I wasn't even looking for 25. I was saying like we're gonna buy at 31K and we're gonna be looking for 40 to 50K. We did hit 40, 42, right? 41 and some change, right? And we got out at 40K, right? Right now 30K, it is still a good buy range, but we still have to keep an eye on 25, which is going to be the bigger buy range, right? So yeah, the line chart, it is closing basis. The best way to look at it also, you could do like a you could use the regular candles, right, without no wicks. Okay, like that. You right click, do that, and remove your wicks. On a 3-day basis, you're still gonna see the divergence right there. Okay, so even without the the line chart, right? But as you can see, we just now, we've been respecting the support area right here, just about 33. As you can see on these candles, right, without the wicks, you can see like we right at support area. Okay, so let's see over the next like 3 days if we're going to be able to close below this 33 support. Okay, closing basis also right here, next support right there, almost at 30K right there, as you can see, right here. So we've been paying attention to 30K, but if you take a look at it based on closing basis, 30K basically is a good support right here. Okay, we don't have any other support all the way down to like a 20K. So let's see the next support range based on the 3-day without wicks. It is going to be right at this range. Okay, but if only you only want to use you only want to use this type of strategy if you basically if you are familiar with them, right? Not just like jump in and start using them, right? Let's get my wicks, because I love the wicks, guys. Come on. Yeah, let's take a look at BTC now on a 6-hour basis again. Yeah, on a 6-hour basis, we are breaking the all the support areas, right? So we dump all the way down to a 0.888. That's the same exact move we got back then at 31K. If you guys remember the 0.888, right? We called the 0.888 support at 31K right here. Do a swing low to swing high right there, 0.888 right there. Okay, it was at 31K. Right now we're dropping exactly back down to a 0.888 right here, swing low to swing high right there. That's where we got the recent support. So let's see if over the next like a few hours, right, bulls can give us some rejection. But if you short, just put a stop loss. That's the best thing to do. MACD, as I said, if we get this, you know, negative curve right there, that's going to be pretty bearish. And exactly that's what we did. BTC basically give us a short-term fake out right here. MACD, you know, saying, oh, I'm going to flip bullish, and basically just give us a U-turn, right? So that's a bearish U-turn, right? Very bearish. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Ether on a higher time frame. Ether we break in 2K, but I like Ether on a weekly basis. I think that's the most important right now. I don't think nothing is important for Ether but the weekly time frame. Okay, we're breaking the weekly 21 EMA, and we're looking to break the weekly 25 MA. Let's take a look at it. So we're breaking the weekly 25 MA, right? The weekly 25 MA just about like 2100, right? So that's not a good sign, because as I said, you know, if we break the weekly 25 MA like we did right here back in 2018, that's going to be pretty nasty. It is going to be our biggest resistance, not the 21 EMA but the 25 MA, right? So a big difference. They're pretty close to one another if market is bullish, but you know, once we get the sideways correction and all that good stuff, you can basically pay attention to them, right? So it basically offers a bigger support than the 21 EMA. So just like the rest, if we break the 25 EMA slash the weekly 21, the 100 EMA, it is right around like 1000, but I don't think we're gonna get there anytime soon, right? Unless something crazy happens, right? But I'm watching the you know, 1350 and you know, 1550 range on the high time frame, right? That's going to be the first support. Can we wick down to like 1000? Yes, we could. You know, we don't control those wicks, we just control, you know, you know, the direction. Okay, just follow the direction. Hey, what's up, Bistut? So guys, let me know what you think about the market. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Do you think like we're gonna drop below 30K? Do you think like Ether gonna drop below 2000? I'm pretty sure most of you guys are gonna say yes, Ether is already below 3000, right? So but do you think like Ether gonna drop below like you know, 1500? Okay, so now let's take a look at the Link, because Link, we're not yet at the 100 EMA. The 100 EMA for Link, it is just about like $14, but we got a temporary support somewhere around like $15 to $16. If we break it, you know, we could definitely wick down to the 100 EMA, right? Volume is decreasing for most of these alts, so that's a good news for the bulls. And we got a trend line support if the move is strong. For Link, we got a macro trend line support at right there, almost at $10 to $8 range. Okay, which is basically where we got a support at back in you know, December, back in you know, December 2020, right? But primary support just about like a 14 to just about $15, right? So now let's take a look at waves. So waves, I like wave on the 6-hour basis, even though, you know, it looks pretty strong. Okay, one of the strongest alt right now, way above the May lows. That's why it is strong. May lows for Link, not Link, but waves is at $12, but we're trading right now at $16, so it looks pretty strong. But one thing I like about it is, like, if you take a look at the we talk about waves, you know, I think yesterday, right? I was like, you know, it is still looking strong, but we're gonna need the MACD to flip positive. Right now you can see like MACD did not flip positive, and we got a negative momentum right here. That's very strong negative momentum. That's one of the best time to be short in this sucker, right? If it is successful, it gives you most of the time a strong move to the downside, right? So I'm basically looking for more downside for waves over the next, like you know, few hours and so on. Let's take a look at waves right here. Okay, so if we take a look at it, in terms of like a setup, we could, if we break this support area just about like a 16, we could be looking for a 0.618. It is just about like a 14.2, right? So however, you know, if BTC wants to reverse, wave could give us another move up to basically right here, just about like a 18, to give us a flat correction, right? And before the next leg down, that's possible. Okay, something to just keep in mind. So stop loss has to be way up. Okay, if not, you don't want to mess with this setup, right? It is a pretty aggressive setup, because sometimes they drop and they give you this you know, flat correction, just like on Ether, you know, back in like a 2850. Okay, when Ether was like 2850, flat correction right here, we took it to the downside. That's possible. Okay, so it is a very aggressive setup, right? But let's see. Okay, MACD right here already flipped negative on our basically you know, 4-hour time frame, right? Unless we get a let's see, we got a crossover, but if we get a double crossover right here, that's going to be a bullish sign. That could give us the flat correction right here. Okay, so even though it is a short position, just be mindful, right? It could basically still reverse back up to 18, right? But the directional move, regardless of how it corrects right here, it could even be a triangular formation. The directional move as of now could be on the downside. Okay, we don't want to speculate too much about the setup right here, but we're just betting on the direction, not on the you know, not on the structure. Another example is like, let's take a look at CRV. CRV USDT, right? Okay, so if you take a look at CRV, okay, so we talked about CRV last time, right? So in my premium, like, we started paying attention to CRV right here, right, when it was like let's say $2, right, $2.10, but it pumped to the upside right there, created a descending triangle. Okay, so we knew the direction, you know, was down, but it gave us the you know, move to the upside. But what I was saying, like, you know, it could still go up to 250 to create the flat correction. It did not create a flat correction, but it created what? A descending triangle. Okay, right here. Sometimes you just don't know, you know, what type of pattern you're gonna get, but you can just, you know, bet on the, you know, bet on the, you know, the direction. Like, we got this move down, right, and we got the, you know, flat support right here, right? Let me see if I can find the right setup right there. So guys, hit the likes. Okay, if you find the content useful, hit the likes and all that good stuff in the description, guys. Okay, so that's the right setup right here in our premium, right? So that's what we were saying, was like on the 12th. Right now it is what, on the 21st. So the direction is what? Down. Okay, even though it gave us this move to the upside, it is still dropping. So we were looking for what, 145 to nearly 125, right? And price was at $2. So that's a, gosh, whooping 20% move, right? So, but sometimes that's why it is good to do these you know, swing trades, you know, positions. Sometimes they can take like a week, 2-3 weeks, just like the Ether short, right? Ethereum took like over 2 weeks to hit you know, our target 2150, right? Right there on Ether. Right here, okay? Okay, so Ether basically took what, you know, started on the 7th, right? Almost 2 weeks, okay, to hit basically 2150. But guys, take a look at it, guys. It is a nice 30%. Okay, 30% drop, since like we basically you know, even if you did not short it, you'd be like, okay, I know we're gonna drop down 30%. I'm gonna sell some of my ether and I can buy them back 30% cheaper, right? So pretty bearish. Okay, how about Matic? So I think we're done. We talked about BTC, Ethereum, and all that good stuff. Let's take a look at Monero, because we just talked about Monero less than 2 hours ago, right? For a potential capitulation. We did have a nice short also on 1 inch. It is still, that sucker could go to half an inch right now, but let's see. Take a look at Monero. That sucker that doesn't want to drop, but it will. So Monero 235. Okay, now it is giving us some room to breathe, right? So Monero, we talked about Monero, guys. I showed you guys the Monero setup in all angles, guys, and I was like, okay, after taking a look at Monero in all angles, right, the direction is down. Okay, guess what, guys, we are 230. Okay, 0.618, it is going to be almost at 180, guys. 180, right? So a big move coming up for Monero, if the direction is correct, right? It's just like how low it is going to drop. Okay, the hardest thing was like to pick a direction at the end of the triangle right here, but after analyzing the market, right, we talk about it live and all that good stuff. We talk about the head and shoulder pattern formation right there, ugly one, right? A flat correction right there. We chose the flat correction and said it is going to give us a move. Why? Because the flat correction is right here. Okay, right there. Even if you don't want to use your head and shoulders, you could just use the flat correction. In a bear market, you want to use this flat correction. Okay, don't be FOMOing on a three-way move. Okay, three-way move, sideways correction, just be cautious. Watch your MACD, right? If your MACD is negative, you don't want to short it. Sometimes just wait for the second pullback, and if MACD it is still negative, doesn't want to cross bullish, you can take it to the downside, right? But Monero, you can see, was clean, guys. It was painful to wait. I wasn't actually ready to short Monero. It's just like Robin was talking about it every single day, and he was bullish on it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna short this sucker, man. Robin is too bullish on this. I'm just joking, but you get the concept, right? So I was using Robin as an indicator. I'm just joking, Robin. I'm just joking, man. But you get the concept, right? So Monero is still looking very juicy, guys. So now let me take a look at the chat room. XTZ, I think, guys, we're gonna, oh man, take a look at this guy, Ethereum, man, looking so bad on the 2-day basis, man. Take a look at the 2-day, man. Look at how curvy it is, man. That's not good at all, man. This curve, man, that's not good, man. We need some support, right? We need some support, man. We need some support. So XTZ, it seems like we're going to be dropping lower. We're at 270. We're breaking the support. We don't want to take out the May lows right here, just about like a 250. Remember, we've been trading around like 250, because our next like a price support for Monero XTZ, it is going to be right around like a $2. Okay, 180 to $2 range. That's going to be a good level to scoop up some XTZ. Right here, negative MACD, negative momentum. That's not good. Okay, so we need like a bullish crossover, and if that's the case, we could definitely be going back up to $4, right? If and only if we can get the MACD on a 2-day basis to flip positive, right? Hey guys, hit the likes, man. Hit the likes. We got 18 watching. We got 34 watching, 18 likes, right? Majid in the house. Let's see. I'm shorting KSM Kusama. Exited the short position too early, but we just exited at target. 340 was our target. Let's see. Yeah, 340 was our target. Even though we said, you know, it's not showing any reversal sign at 340. If you want to hold it, you can hold it, but MACD negative right here on the 2-day basis, also on a daily basis negative MACD. Okay, so was pretty bad. Okay, and this guy, when it dumps, it's gonna dump hard, so it looks pretty good on the downside. Okay, it looks pretty good. So we basically started shorting it right here, 460. Okay, let's move on to are we in a bear market now? Oh man. Let's take a look at Matic. So Matic. So Matic daily time frame right here. Let's take a look at it. So breaking all support resistance right here. I was looking for a setup but did not get the chance to short this sucker. That was my setup. But so Matic right here, support the June support at 125. We likely to break the 125. 100 EMA on the daily basis at $1, so got another 20 to 25% dump potentially. MACD right here, pretty negative, right? Very negative on the daily basis, right? That's not good in the short term, right? So we still need like bulls to show up. So daily 100 EMA short term support, but I like Matic on the high time frame, right? It means like, you know, if we break the 3-day 21 EMA right here, we're gonna be dumping all the way down to like almost, you know, guys, come on, man, we're gonna be dumping. Okay, two-day time frame, 2-day 100 EMA just about like a 71 cents, right? But we got a price accumulation reaccumulation range right around like 34 cents right here. Okay, so primary support just about like 71, secondary support 35, because sucker is pretty volatile, right? If it drops, it's not going to drop like 10%, 5% and all that good stuff. If it goes up, it's going to go up a lot. Okay, but if it drops, it's, I mean, same thing. Okay, it's just going to get the job done, right? So pretty bearish setup as of now. Give me guys 1 second, all right? I don't know who let the bears out, but it's not me. It wasn't me, guys. It wasn't me. I'm telling you, man, it wasn't me. So guys, who let the bears out, man? Oh guys, sucker is 20% dump. Kusama. Guys, who let the bears out? I'm asking guys, who let the bears out? Let me know, man. Let me know who let the bears out. So I think we haven't talked about BNB. Let's take a look at BNB, guys. I like BNB on the macro view, especially in this bear market. If we're gonna be dropping lower, I think like anything below $200 for BNB on you know, on the macro view, going to be a good buy for the next like 12 to 24 months. Okay. So BNB just about the 2-day 100 EMA support right here, but we got a price support potentially right there, right? But it is going to be macro. Let's see if we're gonna get there. But the next price level to keep an eye on, just about $200, right? If we break the if we retest like the EMA lows, and $200 was like the EMA lows, right? Even though we pump right back up to like $400. Okay, pump nicely to the upside, right? Let's see. Elon Musk let the bears out, man. So BNB is looking very strong at the 2-day 100 EMA right there. Remove this. Looking very, doesn't want to break it. Okay, didn't want to close below it, and now doesn't want to break it. So if we get a bounce, we could be looking for a bounce back to the 211 EMA if we get a bounce. Okay, up to 50, you know, up to the 25 EMA right there, you know, for $100. But let's see if bears are strong enough. I would like to see BNB at $200. That's going to be awesome, right, for the next like a leg up. Even if we drop lower, you know, you can still wait to take a long position, because you're gonna, you know, accumulate long enough BNB right here, right, for the next long position. Right there. Yeah, MACD, it is pretty negative. I hate this type of MACD signature, because they pretty strong. If we break down, we're just gonna have to take care of business, right? Let's take a look at Alice for Majid. Alice baby, let's take a look at it. So Alice doesn't look good, right? MACD curving down. I wasn't intentionally, I wasn't trying to look at the you know, two-day time frame, but if you take a look at the 2-day MACD, it is a very bearish sign. Okay, so it means like price action could fall lower, okay, drop lower. So it is a support. Just watch BTC to see if BTC gonna be breaking the support. If it does, Alice gotta, you know, gotta dump. Okay, so we got resistance right here. You could draw some sort of a wedge pattern like that, just to speculate on it. See if we're gonna find the support right there. Okay, somewhere around here, right there. Could be anywhere around like $2 or so, $2 to $2.50. Okay, potentially. Okay, a break above the trend line right here, we're gonna start to you know, speculate about you know, going back up to $20, right? That's why I don't like to buy these new coins, because you know, you gotta give them like enough time to mature, get wrecked a bit before they can enjoy the move to the upside, right? Let's go back to oh my gosh, this sucker dump below the 100 EMA. XRP dumping below the 2-day 100 EMA. That could be the second candle closing below the 2-day 100 EMA. We got 13 hours to close below it, right? So let's see if we can take out our May lows right here. So our May lows, you know, right around like you know, $1.60. I mean, not $1.60, 65, 60, 64 cents range. We need to stay above it. If not, we got price support right around like a 43. Even on the macro view, 43 to 45, it is still a good range for the XRP bulls to show up, right? So on the macro view, let's take a look at it on the bigger picture. Right here, it is right at 382. So 50% pullback, just about like a 45, and you know, 0.618, just about like a 31. Okay, that's going to be a potential trading range. I'm going to be looking for XRP to move sideways and give us another potential bullish reversal. You know, at least back up to like a, you know, 382, something like that, right here, potentially back up to a 382 Fibonacci, right? Something like that, right? So we're gonna be watching you know, 0.618 for XRP, right? Good level to be accumulating, right? Yeah, on the weekly, we're still looking very strong on the weekly. It does look bad on the daily and all that good stuff, but on the weekly, we're still holding strong right here, not making a new low, right? We're not making a new low. I mean, even on the daily, right? But you can see like on the weekly, it is pretty clean, meaning like we didn't get any weekly candle closing below 35K. All the weekly candle basically managed to close above 35, right? Bitcoin, right there. Right there. So all the weekly candles, right? None of them closed, like even after the dump of the May 17th dump, right? We didn't close below like a 35K. So it is quite, you know, important right now to stay focused, right, over the next like you know, 6 to 7 days to see if we're going to be closing below 35K, right? And any of these candles, right, since like you know, the first week of, actually that's a 6 days, let's take a look at it on the 7 days, right? I mean, it's correct on the 7 days too, right? Right here. So any of these candles on a weekly basis also did not close below, you know, 30K on you know, on the weekly basis, right? So we haven't seen any candle this entire year closing below 30K. Okay, the closest we got was like 305. Okay, close at 305, right? So quite important, right? Dot at $17. I'm definitely going to be picking up some. Dot BTC, I don't usually check Dot BTC, but yes, I could just look at it as a, you know, a head and shoulder formation right here. That's the best I can do right now. I could have said like we could get this move back up also, right, if market going to be reversing, just to get the flat, but that's going to create a bigger capitulation. I think that the capitulation we're getting right now is enough. Any pullback gonna just make it worse. Right, so next support right here, just about like a, you know, 47,000. Right now we just about like a, you know, 53. That's going to be 0.618. We already dumped down to 0.618 actually, right? Right here. It is. We dumped down to a 50%. 0.618 going to be at 37,000. Okay, 37,000. Assuming like the direction, it is still down. Okay, good. This move is impulsive. This move is just a correction. So this move could be also an impulsive wave down to 0.618 at 37,000, right? So let's go back to BTC. So SXP got a quite short-term bearish setup. It's not dropping with the rest of the market, but I can see the setup right here. Okay, I can see the setup right here. It just doesn't want to drop, but it is a flat right there. Okay, it doesn't want to drop, but it is a flat, just like the rest of the crypto right there, right here. So it is likely to retest the May lows at some point. So just because it's not dropping doesn't mean it won't drop. Okay, so MACD, whoa, take a look at MACD, negative right there, looking to get strongly negative, right? So SXP, you could get it cheaper. Okay, a strong resistance area right there, cannot break it. Strong support right there. Okay, just about like a $1.30. If we want to take a look at it in terms of Fibonacci, so we're going to be looking for 0.888 right there, just about like a $1.45. Okay, and we're going to leave the 1.4 and 1.7 extension to the downside, just in case we get some sideways correction right there, but as of now we got this flat correction right here, so impulsive move to the downside. That's the same setup we're getting right now on waves. See, because we're on wave short, right? But wave not quite yet creating a flat, so wave could do this, okay, before doing that. So if you're shorting wave, just watch out, right? If like we don't break strongly below this range. Bitcoin at 32.7, still looking very strong. Triangular formation right here still in play. A bigger triangle could be in play, right? So this triangle could be in play. I forgot to mention it like on my previous live stream. But this sucker could could be drawing, could be printing something like that. We could draw it like that. Okay, so let's just be cautious, man. Let's not be too bearish too soon. If you're bearish, just put a stop loss if you're in profits. If you're bullish, you still have to wait for some either we retest like a 30k or we get some sideways correction, a bullish sign, and we could be calling for high prices. Yeah, we do have a triangular formation right here, right? It is just a bigger triangle, but it is a triangle, okay? Because most people have been focusing too much in this range, right? Right there and right here. That's all we've been focusing on, right? Right there. Right? That's the first triangle we've been focusing on, right? But we got a bigger one. Now we got a bigger problem. Yeah, it's okay, man. Bulls, it doesn't matter which season it is, as long as you are basically trading the right direction, you're still going to be okay. Okay, it's the thing is, you don't want to be too bullish when market is bearish, or you don't want to be too bearish when market is bullish. now all the bears like been calling for like you know, lower prices since like BTC was at 15K. You know, now they're gonna be like, I told you so, after BTC pump all the way up to 65K. You know, they've been bearish like since BTC was at 15K. You know, after we broke out of, you know, broke the 10.5 resistance, right? They've been saying, oh, we're gonna retest the resistance and all that good stuff. BTC doesn't work that way, man. But now bear's gonna be saying, I told you so, I told you so. But still, it is not about like what you told us, right? It is about like, are we trading the right direction? Okay, because I can tell you like BTC can go up to like 150K, but like let's say I'm quoting for 150K every single day while BTC is dropping, okay? And over the next like 3 years, if we hit like 150K, I'm gonna be like, I told you, yes. But you know, in terms of timing, you know, you way wrong. You see what I'm saying? Not wrong, but you know, it is not about like being wrong, but it is just like not, you know, it is about like not being like you know, extremely overconfident in one direction, right? $32.5. So let's see, guys. Let's see if we can break the 6 hour is strongly negative. That's what I tried to. That's what I tried to show you like last time, right? So that move got everybody bullish right there. Like the move back to 36. I woke up, I saw 36. I was like, man, what happened, right? And I just, you know, started looking for some shorts, and again, right? So we also got a short on Zen USDT. Take a look at Zen. So Zen right here, I showed you guys Zen. It is a premium setup also, right? Let's go back on my premium setups. Beautiful, beautiful setup. It took forever to give us the drop, right? But we did get the drop, right? Yep, Zen started shorting this sucker like right there, right around like you know, $100. It dropped down here, came back down to like 84, and I was like, okay, we could get back to like 101, 102. However, after I saw the flat correction right here, I was like, let's just, you know, if it breaks $80, that's it. We're gonna take it down. Okay, so a clean short position started like since $100, guys, right there. So it's been like almost 3 weeks, okay, but the direction is right. It's not about the how quick you get the target. Sometimes it is about, are you getting the right direction? Ether next support 1550. On the higher time frame. On the lower time frame, you could be looking for like 1880. But on the 1880 is like next support on the lower degree, okay, right around here, right? But on the higher time frame, the higher time frame support going to be just about like you know, 1350 to 1550. I said it multiple times, man. And if you you know, patient enough, you could wait for the weekly 100 EMA at, you know, just about like, you know, 1100, right? But it could take a while. It's not, I don't think we're gonna drop down 50% right now, okay? It could, okay, but I'm not saying, I'm not gonna make that call. I would just stay with the short and see if we're gonna go all the way down to like a 1330 and basically just flip bullish, scoop up some ether and flip bullish again, right? Not 10K, but like, you know, some sort of pullbacks, right, at some point. Guys, hit the likes, man. Hit the likes if you enjoy the content and all that good stuff, man. I mean, I think it is time to start like a positioning for the next like a leg up. If you know, you're looking forward to buy some alt, you know, just have those positions ready, you know, for the bears to flip bullish, and then for when the bear is going to be flipping bullish, and you're just going to be scooping some, instead of basically waiting. Sometimes if you're waiting for the right price, it could just dump and push right back up, and you're going to be like, oh man, I missed Ether, you know, I missed the buy range at, you know, 1500, okay, or I missed the buy range at 1350 or like a 1000. You just have to be ready in advance, not like watching the 1 hour chart or like the 15 minutes chart, waiting for price action to drop exactly at your buy range, okay? Because we're gonna get a big bounce very soon, like within the next like a few weeks, right? Just like what we got last time right here. After the big dump, we pumped like 60%, guys. So if you want to get another 60, you know, to 75%, you gotta get those, you know, orders ready. That way, when you pick up some Ether at like a, you know, 1350, you can get another move back up to like a, over $2,000, stuff like that, right? Give or take, just speculating. Let's take a look at Queen Litecoin. Litecoin bearish for the last 8 weeks, 7 weeks actually. Best discounted alt. I mean just watch your EMAs, right, and see you know, which one is basically at a major support, right? Like Litecoin right now, it is almost at the 100 EMA, right? So you know it is massively down, right? So it could retest the monthly 21 EMA right here, just about like 120, 117, right? You know it is massively down. The 25 EMA right there, monthly, just about like 93. So you're gonna be like, I'm gonna be ready for Litecoin in this range, okay? Can it drop down lower? Yes, but I don't care, because I know it's gonna come back down here and it is gonna give us another reversal, right? So let's see if I can get the Ethereum let's see if I can get the BNB set up, and why BNB is actually very bullish on the macro view. Okay guys, give me guys 1 second, right? One second guys, 1 second. Just 1 second. One second guys, 1 second. I'm trying to get the spreadsheet for the BNB. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think I got the BNB set up. So that's basically the BNB the exponential curve I'm watching over the next like a few months and so on, and why BNB going to be very bullish over the next like a few months and so on, right? So as you can see, the green line right here, it is basically our 1.5 rate, weekly rate. Even though it is very high, 1.5%, exponential curve on a weekly basis. You can see, like, since like a 2017, we've been staying above that curve. Even after we dropped down to like nearly right here, just by like $4, we did not break the curve right here. Okay, and it doesn't matter how you look at it. Right now, the curve going to be right around like $200. In like 3 years, it's going to be above like $200, like, in 2024. So buying BNB at current price, $300 to $200, it is still quite cheap, because I don't think like we're going to get down to the the 1% curve at any time soon, because the 1% curve is very, very slow. Even like, we've been in a 2 years bear market, right? We never dropped down to the 1% curve. Okay, so I like BNB on the macro view. I'm going to be watching the curve. We're definitely going to be dropping down, right, at some point, to retest the curve. But we could retest it like, anywhere around like between like, I would say $100 to $200. Okay, we could be moving in this range. Okay, if we drop right now by August, it is going to be right around like $30. So I don't think like we're going to drop down to like a $30 or anything close to it. But $30 is going to be, the curve is going to be right around like $30. Okay, and that's an exponential curve, right? And if you take a look at it in terms of like how BNB, it is overvalued, right, compared to the 1.5% growth rate, weekly growth rate. You can see like above that curve, above the green line, right, above the green line right here, right, back in December 2017, we were like 1,000% above the line, above the green line. Okay, the June 2019 pump, right, we were up like 500% above the green line. Okay, and we bottomed at the green line right there. Okay, just about like December 18, right, just about like 18% above the green line, right? So, and back in March 20, March 20, 2020, we retested the green line right here. Okay, that's where when we retested it, right? So right there, and right now we just pumped like over 2,500%. So we're going to be watching the line again to retest the we're going to be watching the the BNB price once again to retest the the curve again. We just don't know at what price level or when we're going to retest it, but retesting the green line going to be extremely bullish regardless of the BNB price, because we just don't know when we're going to retest it. Okay, so I got one for Tezos. Tezos is very, very undervalued, so but we will see. Okay, so Tezos is very undervalued, right? Very undervalued. You guys 1 second. see, trying to get the Tezos line. Got it right here, but let's see. Let's move this line. Give me guys 1 second. This sucker. You guys gonna like the Tezos line, okay? Okay, so you guys gonna like the Tezos one. So if you take a look at Tezos and how undervalued Tezos is, right? I just showed you guys. Let me see if you guys can see. Guys, let me know if you guys can see, right? So I just showed you guys the green line, right? Which was 1.5 percent curve, right, for BNB. The same curve, right, even lower. Like if you use it for Tezos, right? I'm using like 1.3% weekly growth rate, right? Exponential. And Tezos, it is still like way undervalued. Okay, take a look at it, how undervalued it is compared to the 1% or the 1.3% curve. It is still like below 90% below that curve. Okay, so 90% below the green line. And right now, if we take a look at, if we just talk about BNB is above like nearly like 2,000% above the green line. That's how undervalued, okay, Tezos is. Okay, so I think like Tezos going to be a great hold over the next like a few weeks and so on, right? Even few months. Okay, it doesn't matter how we look at it. Even if you want to be bearish, we're still making like higher lows. Okay, on the macro view. Okay, we're still making higher lows. The orange line, it is just about like 1%, right? And the green line just about like 1.3%. Okay, so we're looking very, very bad. Okay, we're not even like 40% above the green line. Okay, so if you take a look at Ethereum, that's the Ethereum exponential curve. The 1.5%, that's where we basically found support at, just like BNB. Okay, remember BNB did not break below the 1.5% curve. Ethereum did, drop below the curve, but as you can see right now, we're still looking pretty good above the curve. Okay, we're still looking like almost, we're still above like 3,000%. Okay, above the 0.5%, nearly 0.5% curve, but just about like 500% right here above the green line right there. Okay, just about 500% above the the green curve right there. So, but pretty similar. If you take a look at Ethereum and BNB curve, they pretty similar to they look the same, but compared to Tezos, very, very undervalued. And we should be above like 500% at least, or 2,000% at least above the green line right here. And the green line gonna be right around like let's see, right there, just about $50, right? By January, it's gonna be right around like $50 by January. So at some point we're gonna be moving up. We just don't know when, right? But I will do a special video regarding the Tezos curve, right? Let's go back to the doom stuff right now. I know you guys bored about the curve right now. Tether, let's take a look at TFUEL. I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin Cash. This sucker is still pumping. Let's take a look at it on a 3-day basis and what we said, right? If we take a look at it on a 3-day basis, we back to a resistance. So that's not a good sign at all. Okay. So the thing is, what we said, if I remember well, I'm not trading it, but I think we talked about the potential bearish divergence. Okay, we said it looks good. MACD flipped bullish right here. Hey, what's up, K4 Liberty? We're gonna take a look at Bitcoin Cash, right? MACD flip bullish, so we just stay bullish. Price action above the 21 EMA, nothing to do, just stay with the trend. But you know, we got a rejection right here, a double top. MACD could cross bearish. If MACD crosses bearish right there, that is it. Okay, the direction could be clear, all right, to the downside. Let's take a look at wave again. So wave is looking good for us, guys. I actually just started shorting wave like a few hours ago. So let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash for K4 Liberty. So Bitcoin Cash, doomsday, we breaking the 3-day 100 EMA. That's not good at all, okay? That's not good at all. So we got price support at 377. Next price support, regardless of the Fibonacci range. Now we got to take a look at the Fibonacci, right? So we want to take a look at the range from the March lows, right? Just to be safe. That way we cover the entire range, right? Swing high to swing low. We hit 50% pullback back in May. 0.618 going to be almost at 330, 350 right there. So if we break the support at 450 right there, or the price support at 377, we could be looking for like a low $300. Okay, but the primary support we need to basically stay above that, going to be the 50% pullback, 450, just in case we want to create a potential head and shoulder pattern formation. Okay, that's possible. So wouldn't be too bearish at 460 right now. Okay, just because we could get a potential head and shoulder pattern formation. We already got one, right here. You could look at it that way also, right? And if that's the case, that could validate our price range at 330 if we just go with the ugly head and shoulder we got right here. Okay, so let's go back to BTC. Litecoin looking bad. 50% at $100, man. Hopefully we can get $100 Litecoin this month. Let's take a look at Tomo. Tomo finally started to dump, right? Tomo is giving me a tough time, man, this sucker. So finally dumping, right? So yeah, Tomo gave me a tough time, I think last week. Shorted right there, sucker pump. I was forced to get out, sucker pump right here. I was like, okay, this time I'm gonna catch you, boy. So enter another short right there, right at the top, because we already get the bearish divergence on the hourly, so we caught it much earlier than most bears, right? So it is still bearish. Okay, so if we break the wedge pattern, it is going to fly to the downside. These suckers, sometimes they give you a tough time, man. I'm telling you, man. You know the direction, but they just go all over the place. That's why you can't do like high leverage, man. Like they're gonna wreck you, I'm telling you, man. So if we break the support area right there, Tomo gonna be a nice short for the bears, right? If we break the support range. But guys, if you did not short it at the top 190, it is going to be quite dangerous to short it right here. But it is a continuation pattern right there, okay? Because it could do something like that, retest the top and all that good stuff. So have to put a stop and all that good stuff, right? And I showed you Tomo, guys, a couple days ago, right? So Let's take a look at waves again. Waves looking juicy. Yeah, waves looking juicy, man. Yeah, CRV almost a target. Take a look at CRV. Man, we shorted all these suckers, man. CRV, Zen, Waves, Tomo. One thing I did not show is like this guy, because sucker was all over the place, but did not give a clean direction in this range. I mean, the direction was down, but did not give a cleaner chance to enter a short. But 0.618 for Tron going to be at 5 cents. If and only if we're gonna take out the May lows. So be cautious, because most of these alt not taken out yet the May lows. Okay, we have to cleanly take out the May lows. Go back to Monero. Yep, Monero looking so juicy. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Juicy lips. Juicy, juicy. Juicy, come on. Right there. That one flipped. Yeah, MF, I'm watching the monthly 21. Go back to SXP. Looks like we're gonna take out the 196 very soon. Gonna break the 174 support. Gonna be looking for the 140. Yeah, this sucker is done. Yeah, just like Monero got a. The thing is, sometimes these moves they can give you another wick to the upside, just like Monero at the top before we're continuing. But the flat correction is clean right here. It's clean. Big sell volume right there. It's going down, buddy. Just like that, going down with this down. And on 24-hour, it's only down like 2%. Double check. Yeah, it's only 1% on 24-hour. But on the daily, it's 10%. It tells you it has a lot of work to do on the downside. You just need to break the support area right there. If you go back to Monero, you can see like why I'm saying like it looks like Monero. Let's see, because Monero took us like 3 days to work out. Right here, you can see right there, right on Monero before the dump, right? We did get a nice flat correction right here, right? So the move was supposed to be going straight, not flip-flopping right there. Okay, just to create a triangular formation. So if you take a look at SXP, even though we know the direction is down, it's just like sucker could do some flip-flopping right here. Right there. If we don't break there, yeah, we broke it. That's the only thing I'm worried about, like this one. If we end up getting a triangular formation. But 4-hour breakout, everything is dumping. It's gonna dump, man. Unless BTC gives us a sudden pushback up, and sucker wanna create a triangular formation. Yeah, that's a 15% pump. So, gosh, kind of saw it late, so it wasn't on my watch list. So, but if it was on my watch list, I would have shorted it right there. But kind of hard to enter right now. Ah, man. Yeah, let it go. Let me take a look at the chat room. Yeah, you got to go. You got to go down, man. You got to drop, man. Come on. One item. Yeah, you gotta whip down. Let's go back to BTC. And now Tomo is finally dumping out also, right? For Kirat. Oh gosh, this sucker. Monero. Go back to BTC. Zcash did have a nice setup also. Right here with the 5-wave move. A flat correction also, just like the rest. Right here, 5-wave impulsive. Okay. Now capitulation. Okay. The May lows almost at $100, so it is almost at support right now. But the thing is like to be able to recognize the top formations and get these moves, and not try to play with the 1 second chart, 5 minutes chart sometime, and all that good stuff. Because when you pay attention to the direction, that's when you make the big money, like the big profits on the big direction, not like the 5 minutes. 5 minutes doesn't give you direction because they all over the place. Okay. Now BNB is below $300. That's nice. Let's go back to BTC, guys. BTC. Oh gosh, we almost at 31, guys. We almost at 31, guys. Put those stop losses. Guys. almost at, let's see guys, let's see. Yeah. So guys, let me know which what altcoin you're looking at, and which one do you think like going to be reversing first. MACD is completely negative, right? So if you take a look at the setup I was telling you like a few days ago, right, regarding the 6 hour, we actually got it on the 4 hour, right? A better view on the 4 hour time frame, right? You know, where you got a fake out on your MACD right there. It's a very dangerous setup for the bulls, right? Because it is going to be a strong it is most of the time a strong sell signal. So we back down to support, guys. Support right here. Back down to support. Just got to get the reversal now. Let's take a look at the other suckers. You're about to get the 8 hour, not 8 hour, but 6 hour candle about to close in 24 minutes, right? Right there, 6 hour candle about to close in 25 minutes. That could give some relief rally, okay, if we open the candle, but let's see. Just got a nice buy volume on Gemini. Yep, you're getting some nice buy volume right here. Also on Bybit. Let's see what we got. What we got on Binance. Nice buy volume, right? 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, right? But we broke the 0.786 support, and still at the 0.888. take a look at the BTC down. Yeah, the BTC down is back to the resistance box, so we need to see what BTC wants to the BTC down wants to do, right? So basically, if you don't know what's the BTC down, is the opposite of BTC USD. So if the BTC down goes up, BTC USD going to be dropping. Okay, so it is still bullish right now, but it is just about the resistance level right here. So let's see if bulls gonna be showing up for the for BTC. If that's the case, the BTC down most likely going to get some sort of a price volatility and a potential rejection. If it pumps higher, we got the daily 100 EMA almost at dollar, not dollar, but 15 cents, right? But rejection level we're looking for potentially at 8 cents. But daily looking pretty strong, okay? Daily is looking pretty strong. Did get a bullish divergence right there on the daily, on the histogram, right? Not on the price level, but on the histogram, right there. Looks better on the 8-hour and 6-hour time frame and all that good stuff, right? Let's take a look at it on the daily. Yeah, it looks pretty strong on the 2-day basis also. If you take a look at it on the 2-day basis, MACD did not flip bearish yet. Right here, let's take a look at it right there. Yeah, it's quite low, but yeah, MACD just decided to curve positive. Okay, if that's the case, that's going to give a strong push to the upside. Okay, yeah, we got the crossover. Daily is flipping negative slightly, not quite. It is just ticking negative right here, so that's not good in the short term. Right there. Okay. Okay. Saying goodbye. All right, so let's see. Ether 1945, 1944. Let's hit the daily 200 EMA. Just hit like 1887 on Ether our temporary support. So let's see if we're gonna be able to hold strong at 1887. I mean the DXY, I don't take a look at the DXY every day. I just do like a take a look at the setup and give you guys a direction. If you take a look at the DXY, what we said, right? We called for a what when the DXY was right here, right there, we said it's going to drop back down right here and we're going to get another reversal. But it's not even that bullish yet, because this move right here could be just a flat correction, right, to retest the top, and we could get that move to the upside, to the downside actually, right? So this range right there going to be a temporary bearish potential setup. Okay, so don't be quite too bullish on it. Yes, everything is setting up. The DXY, we started analyzing it right here. We called for this move. It dropped down here, give us the same setup. That's why I don't take a look at the DXY every day, because it moves so slow. So you just have to get the setup and basically forget about it, right? We got the same setup. We said, you know, we're gonna retest the 2-day 100 EMA and we're gonna retest the top after that. Even the move down here, we nailed it. This move right here, we nailed it right there. And we said expect like a dump, retest the support, and we're going to be looking for a potential reversal, right? Okay, so we will take a look at it once we hit resistance right here. All right, but I like it. We still, you know, right there, it is just a beautiful setup. Okay, it is a beautiful setup right there. Okay, so now what we want to see, you know, if you know, price action finally retest the let's say trend line wants to retest the top right here. Okay, that's going to be quite bullish. It means like we could invalidate the potential rejection right here if the trend line you know, if like MACD going to be retesting the trend line right there. It means we just gonna have to make high highs. Okay, because there is no way we're gonna be double tapping right here, right, and MACD is making high. That's going to be extremely bullish. It means like price action has to break it if MACD break the if MACD make a high, right? So, but once again, resistance just about like a 93.5, and after that we're going to talk about it, right? What type of setup we could get after that. The 2-day 200 MA could be a resistance. It is just about like 94 also, right? Yeah, a nice setup, man. We talked about it. You know, last time, right? A few months ago. And that time I was bullish on BTC and also on the DXY, because DXY was pushing to the upside. We said we're gonna push to the upside, and I think BTC was also pushing to the upside, right, from the 30K and so on. Right here, early January, I was bullish on both on the you know, on the DXY and also on BTC. They both pushed to the upside at the same time. But most people couldn't understand like what's going on, because they're gonna be like, how are you gonna be bullish on the DXY and be bullish on BTC? Because the DXY is not moving on a daily basis, right? So it moves on a monthly, weekly, and stuff like that, right? So it can have a short-term direction, you know, short-term similar direction to BTC, right? take a look at AVAX. Yeah, pretty much doing the same thing. It is moving flatter than the rest of the crypto. The first one to break its you know, May low right there, so that's not good. But the good news is, like, you know, it is a wedge, potential wedge pattern. Okay, that's the good news right here, even though it broke it. So it's not time to short it, it's time to start like accumulating it right there. Can it drop lower? Yes, it can drop lower, right? But we just have to take a look at the next support area. If it does, we at 50% pullback. So, and we also got a price support right here, double top, double bottom at 50% pullback. So technically it is a good, you know, good, it is at a good level to scoop some. Can we drop down to 0.618? Yes, right? If we drop down to 0.618, it is still going to be bouncing back up. So buy range, I would say for the bulls, going to be the 50% to a 0.618 range right here. Then if we break 0.618, this sucker is gone. Okay, all right guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. Thanks a lot for watching. Be safe out there. All right.